Hi, kindergartners. I hope you're having a good Thursday. Our read aloud today is kind of a special one. It's a really big book. You can see how big it is. It's so big that I actually have to set it on this chair. And Mrs. Barsh is going to help me hold the other side as I turn the pages. So it's called Red Leaf, Yellow Leaf. And it's all about a tree that and how it grows up and how this girl that's speaking, the girl who tells the story, she watches the tree grow up and sees all the things that happens to it. So it's called Red Leaf, Yellow Leaf, and it was written by Lois Ellert. She wrote the words. Here's the first page with just leaves. And this is kind of a neat page. It'll be hard to see in the video, but it actually has a hole for the leaf. So the title page is here, Red Leaf, Yellow Leaf. Here's the words. I've been saving this little leaf from my sugar maple leaf tree so that I could show it to you. I love my tree. Here's the leaf that she saved. It says, first spring leaf. It was born long before I was. The wind blew seeds from the big maple tree from the woods. They twirled and whirled as they fell to the ground. Remember we talked about one time how these are actually the seeds of the maple tree. They fall down like that. Seeds the squirrels didn't lay sleeping among the leaves until they were covered with snow. So there's the squirrel finding the seeds. When spring warmed the seeds, they sprouted and sent roots down into the soil. Tiny leaves unfolded on their stems. You can see the tips of the stems there, the beginning of the leaves. I think my tree would have been happy to stay there forever. But one day, nursery workers came to the woods to collect the tree sprouts. The workers are picking up the sprouts. They transplanted the sprouts and tended them year after year. Just as the trees were settling in, they were measured, marked, and uprooted again. So they kind of had a tree farm, pretty much. Each ball of roots was wrapped and tied with twine. So this is actually all the roots inside there. They covered it with twine, tied it up, and the trunk is coming out like that. And the squirrel's looking at it. My tree was loaded onto a truck filled with other trees and delivered to the garden center. It says, "We love trees." And this is the license plate of the truck taking all the trees. We went there in the fall and picked out my tree. Dad had a hole already dug waiting for it. Here's all the bottoms, and you can see they're picking out the tree. It says a silver maple, and this one says a Norway maple, and this one looks like it says a sugar maple. So all different kinds of maples they sold. When we got home, we lowered my tree into the hole. I held the trunk while Dad covered the roots with soil. So they were planting the tree, the one that they took home. Now, every night before I go to bed, I peek out the window and wave to my tree. When it snows, I hang up the treats for the birds. So he hung up all sorts of little things for them to eat. Look at the birds eating those little treats. It says bird treat. And then over here it says bud. Bud is the beginning of those leaves, like we said. Each spring, I look for signs that my tree is growing. It says young maple tree leaves. So these are the beginning leaves. And then over here it says kite. Can you tell that it's a kite from the bottom of it? By late summer, the crown of leaves is bushy and green. I love it when the tree flowers turn into winged seeds. So the flowers turn into those seeds like that. And it looks like there's a paper airplane stuck in the tree. But if you want to visit my tree, come here in the fall. That's my favorite time. Can you guess why? I bet it's because all the leaves turn those beautiful colors, right? And this page, you can see that there was a hole in that page to show the leaf on the next page. So it's kind of neat that there was a hole in there. And this page has all sorts of sciencey facts about the leaves, the buds, the roots, and the seeds. So I won't read all of those, but it has all sorts of cool advice about how to plant a tree too. So maybe when you come back to school, if you want to take a look at those fun facts, you could. So that was our book for today, Red Leaf, Yellow Leaf. And let's say our end of day prayer now, and then I will take you through our art project for today, but we'll say our end of day prayer now. Ready? Jesus, Savior, wash away all that I've done wrong today. Make me ever more like you, good and gentle, kind and true. Amen. All right, I'm gonna pause the video and then pick it up so I can show you your art project. All right, kindergartners, for our art project today, we have a really neat one because this is actually a whole sticker pack, and it'll give us good practice because for our Martin Luther book has a lot of stickers too, right? So what you'll need for your art project is attached to the back of your packet this week was this sticker packet and a green sheet of paper. Those two are paper clips, so you'll need those. And our project is going to be simply to take off the pieces of the pumpkin that you would like, and you're going to make your own cute little jack-o'-lantern for your art project. Remember, when you take off stickers, it can be tricky, but I'll give you some advice. If you take the packet and you bend it a little bit, you can start to see that the sticker comes off a little bit if I bend it, and that will help you peel it off a little better, a little nicer, so it doesn't rip. And once you take that off, just place it neatly onto your green paper. And I would like to see what kind of jack-o'-lantern you pick. You can pick out whichever of the eyes you want. You can pick out whichever of the smile you want. And you can pick out whichever color of nose you like the best. And it even has some eyebrows for you too to put on there. So pick out your favorite eyes, your favorite nose, your favorite smile, and make a jack-o'-lantern. And I would love to see what you put together. Thanks, kindergartners. I hope you enjoy that.